All right. With that said, let's get to our guest speaker today. We're so excited to have him close out the last Wednesday of the year for us, of the month, and I can't wait to hear today's message. He's uh, He's a regional vice president platinum. His birthday, gosh, he'll be 30 in a few months, March the 6th. Man, how do you listen to a guy who's been around 10 years? He started when he was 20 and he's the regional vice president. Does that mess with you a little bit? I think he's worth listening to. At least I like to think so, because I enjoy him and I enjoy his topics and I enjoy how he brings the knowledge to us. Without further ado, Regional Vice President Platinum, that will be the youngest SVP ACN has in history, the one and only Mr. Shakeel Cooper.
Thank you. I'm excited to end off the year with a bang. I'm just excited, honestly, just reflecting on, the year, the past years. And like you just said, it's almost 10 years doing this business. And most people, they kind of give up after their like first year doing the business. But with me, I just want to have a conversation today because no matter what type of training, like Mr. Thomas said, if you don't go out there and actually do the work, you're not going to find the success that you really want. So I just want to be open. I just want to be straightforward and just have a conversation with the people on the call, because if you're going to do this business, you might as well make the decision to really just do the business. And the reason why I say that, because I was just looking at my back office the other day and I'm like, man, I've never done something as long as I've done this. And the fact that to have a business that it just continued to grow. But what really blew me away was that the company just grows over time. And like what they preach about, they're actually doing, because they tell you that you have to grow, you have to become better, you have to always, just evolve. When I first started the business, I remember the services that they offered. And looking at the company where they're at now, it's like, man, you're supposed to do the same thing the company's doing, which is what? Grow, evolve, change. So I was on the app for the new vacation traveling, right? And it just blew me away, because I remember when we first started, offering services, and just to think where we're at now. And I went on the app, played with it a little bit, and I saw that, one of my rental properties was on the actual app. People can book the ACN app and book my actual rental property through the app. And it blew me away to be like, man, I'm so happy that I stuck with this business, because this business showed me that you can go through storms, but as long as you continue to keep going and keep evolving, your business will continue to thrive. And for me, it was just a light bulb moment when everyone on this call, if you've been in the business for a while, if you're brand new, if you're not putting your all into what you do, you're really wasting your time. And as you know, time is going to continue to pass by. And just thinking, damn, man, it's been 10 years, but I still feel like I'm brand new. I'm still excited. I still go out there and meet people every single day. Like Mr. Thomas was talking about, if you're not building your leads, if you're not meeting new people, if you don't have new friends every single day, then are you really doing the business? See, it doesn't cost you much to go out. And I think I tell you all the time, hang out in the areas where people got some money and meet some new friends. Because I promise you, people that make money, their outlook on the business is different from your friends that's struggling to make money and pay their bills. When I started hanging around better people, and my conversations got better. When I started hanging around people that have something going on, they didn't tell me, oh my God, man, what you're doing is a scam. They say, hey man, that makes a lot of sense. How can I partner with you and help me evolve what I got going on? See, people that do business, they understand that you have to network. If you're not networking, if you're not meeting new people, no matter what business that you do, you're going to have a hard time having success if you're not putting yourself out there. You got to put yourself out there and meet new people. At the end of the day, the business comes down to meeting new people. I can train you on how to talk to people. I can train you on how to do everything. But until you actually do the work, nothing is going to change. We have so much training. We have so much support. But at the end of the day, what's the difference between a person like me and somebody else? There's really no difference. Is that I actually took the training, took the system, and duplicated it. Where now I have a growing business in multiple cities, training events going on that I don't have nothing to do with. My business partners, they run their own Saturday trainings, their own weekly events. They're actively out there building their business independently. And that's the ultimate goal of building a network marketing business, where you have a business where it grows without you, where you don't even know everyone in your organization. If you still know everyone in your organization, then you're not working hard enough. You want to get to the point where you don't know everyone in your team no more, because there's so many people that's getting involved and it's not dependent on you in order to have success. You want to have an organization where your team is just running a simple system, and by them running that simple system, the business is running on its own. And that's what I love about network marketing, because 9 years later, I'm still getting paid from the work that I did starting October 2013. And it is what? December 2022. And I'm still getting paid from work that I started almost 9 years ago. Where else in the world would you have an opportunity where you can find something like that? So if you're on this call today, you've been on these training calls, everything I've been telling you is great, but now it's time to go out there and do something about it. Because if you just have a bunch of information and you don't do anything with it, then you're going to be stuck doing the same thing 2023, 2024. Most people, they sit around and then they wait. They wait until January 1st and say, you know what? I'm ready to make a change. Well, you should have made a change in September. You should have made a change in October, even November. You never want to wait until the new year in order to start your goals, because you want to be ahead of everyone. See, if you're doing what everybody else is doing, then you're going to have what everybody else is having. And a lot of times, the reason why people have what everybody else is having, because you all are doing the same thing. So in order to get something different, you got to do something different. So don't wait till everyone, and wait till January 1st to start your goals. Start it today. Why not? Never wait for the new year in order to pursue your goal, because you can have a head start on everybody else that's sitting around waiting and hoping for things to change. And they don't understand that January 1st is just another day. There's no difference between January 1st and December 31st. The only main difference is what you choose to do between those 2 days. But I promise you that it's better to start now than to wait until a day in order to do something. And that's called procrastination. And a lot of people, they procrastinate. They sit around and they wait, and they hope that something is going to happen, but nothing is going to change if you don't make a decision to change that situation. So you got to be the one that's going to change the situation. Mr. Thomas, he's doing these calls. All of this is great, but at the end of the day, you can get on 1 million calls. If you don't do anything, you're not going to get anything. So again, I just want to have an open conversation with everyone on the call and just say, go out there and just do the work. There's no way around it. You just got to do the work. You got to talk to people. You got to want to become a professional, because until you become a professional, you're not going to make professional money. And it says it takes about 10,000 hours in order to become a professional in anything that you do. So if you know for a fact that you haven't been putting in the work, you haven't been learning the system, you haven't been learning the industry, why get frustrated when things are not the way that you want it to be, when you have the power to change it? Nobody else has the power. See, I noticed that when you follow the system works. See, no one can tell me that the system don't work, because I've been living off of a system working for almost a decade with no hiccups. How is that possible? Why? Because guess what? The services that we offer, people are going to pay for it. Recession, depression, COVID, no COVID. As you can see, guess what? Bills still got to be paid. In the next couple of days, guess what? It's the first. Bills are due. So what I love about the business is that no matter what's going on in the world, every 30 days, somebody got to pay a bill. Why would I not want to put myself in the middle of that transaction? To me, it just made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense to just do it, because this is something that people are going to do for what? The rest of their life. See, this is not a trendy company, and that's what I love about it. There's a lot of companies that had a few years where, it was a trend to do this and to do that. But guess what? ACN 30 years later is growing. Why? Because they offer services that's essential. People are going to continue to use the service regardless. So why not put yourself in a position right now to reap most of the benefits that you possibly can? See, I didn't want to be the person that waited 15 years to start, reaping the fruits of my labor. I wanted to reap the fruits of my labor while I'm building a business. See, you can earn while you learn. See, it's just the faster that you learn, the faster you'll earn. And that's how simple the business is. It's all about, listen, if you don't go out there and put in the work, then you're not going to receive the benefits. You got to put in the work. There's no cheat code. There's no shortcut. Everyone that I know took shortcuts are no longer here. So you might as well take the long route. And what's the long route? Waking up every single day and doing something to better you and your business. So you got to be getting better every single day. See, that's your only competition. It's not this next person or this who has the next promotion. No, it's yourself. If you're not getting better every single day, if you're not meeting new people that's better than you every single day, if you're not putting yourself in an environment where you can grow, then how bad do you really want what you say you want? See, I told myself that I want to become wealthy one day. I want to drive the nice cars. I want to live in a neighborhood where you can wake up, walk your dog, and go running and jogging. You don't have to worry about anything. I want to live a lifestyle that maybe 3% of the people in the world live, where it's just, stress free, where you don't got to worry about money, where you just, you kind of do what you want to do. Life is still going to be life, but the things that the everyday average person has to deal with, that's no longer an issue for you. And for me, that's honestly what I wanted. And guess what? You can have it because it's all about you making the decision to put yourself in those environments. You can't say you want more, but then you're still hanging around your friends that don't want more. See, I had to get rid of some people out of my life in order for my life to keep going up because I understood that the more people that I tried to take with me that didn't want to help me, it was holding me back. And sometimes that can be your friend, your best friend, your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad. Listen, it can be anyone close to you. If they're not pushing you to where you need to go, you have to love those individuals from a distance and make the decision to say, you know what, I'm going to do what's best for me. Because at the end of the day, if you don't do what's best for you, then you're going to have to be comfortable with settling for where you at and what you have in life. See, I wasn't scared to get rid of my friends and the people around me that wasn't helping me in order for me to get to where I need to go. And that's why I'm there today. See, a lot of times people just try to take everybody with you. You can't take everybody with you. You can't save everybody. First, you got to learn how to save yourself. And then you can come back and help everybody else. Because one quote that I learned is that you can't help the poor by being one of them. You cannot help the poor by being one of them. You cannot help the broke without being one of them. Listen, and if you want to help people, go make some money. Because when you make some money, you can do a lot of things to help people. And a lot of time, it's not about the money, but we can agree that you wake up every single day and you go to work to make what? Money. So to me, at the end of the day, if you're going to hustle to make money anyway, why not build it in a business that's going to continue to pay you every single month, every single week? I'm still shocked that I'm like, man, I'm still getting paid off of work I did 9 years ago. And guess what? It just continues to grow. I cannot stop my business if I wanted to. I cannot stop it. Just imagine you started something and it's like weeds, it just grow out of control. And you can't stop it. Why? Because people are having success. People saw that, man, if I go out there and build this business, the business do work. And by me showing people that it worked, guess what? Some of these individuals said to themselves, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this a full-time thing. I'm going to go all the way in with it. I'm going to build my organization. I'm going to go into other cities and set up different marketplaces and have it where it's though if I'm there, if I'm not there, we're getting new customers, we're getting new business partners. Like right now, my team has a huge event in Syracuse, New York. I haven't been to Syracuse, New York 5 years. But guess what? I got a huge organization growing out there. We got someone else about to hit RD. I don't even know the person. So it's like, imagine having someone in your organization about to hit regional director and you don't even know them. See, those are the good problems that you want to have, where your business is no longer dependent on you, but it's a system that you put in place that's going to continue to work for you over and over and over again. But at the end of the day, if you don't do anything to change your situation, then you're going to be stuck doing the same thing. And that's really all this conversation today is about, because I can do a million training, but at the end of the day, if you don't do the basics over and over and over and over and put together that system, then I promise you, nothing is going to change for you. And you're basically just wasting your time, wasting your energy. And I would tell you that if you don't love what you do, go do what you love. Because why do something if you're not going to put your all into it? Because you can make money doing anything. I promise you. But what we have, you can't beat it. I never understand when people don't want to go out there and build this business big, because you've seen that it can grow without you. Just the possibility of a business growing without you, and if you work it or if you don't work it, that check is still going to hit your bank account. You can't beat that. You can't beat it. Why? Because you built it to a point where it's no longer about you. You become the myth. Why? Because it's all about the new people having success. That's why Mr. Thomas is always pushing you guys, because he don't always want to be the deal. He wants you guys to be the deal. So that you can teach your people how to be the deal, because the person that's the deal make the most money. The person in front of the room make the most money. The person in front of the camera makes the most money. And guess what? If you're not doing it for the money, then I don't know what you're doing it for. Because you need money to help people. You need money to give back to a charity. You need money to send your kids off to college. So at the end of the day, just make the decision that, listen, I got to get to the money. This is a business. Remove how you personally feel about anything. This is a business. If you treat it as a business, it will pay you like a business. But if you treat it like a hobby, you'll get paid like a hobby. And most people do hobbies, what? Every now and then. So guess what? You will get paid every now and then. But if you want to get paid consistently, treat it as a business. Right after I get off this call, I got a meeting in 30 minutes. Listen, every single day I'm networking, I'm meeting new people. I'm out getting to it. I'm not sitting in the house. Listen, you can't meet nobody sitting in the house. So you'll always find me on the go. Every time my mom called me, she said, what you doing? You know what I'm doing. I got to go get to the money, because sitting in the house, it's not going to happen. I got to go meet people. Wealthy people go meet the money. They go hang out with successful people. That's why you never hear Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, all of these successful people talking about their big homes, because guess what? They always on the go. They got to go meet people. They got to go travel. They got to go network. So if you're not doing the same thing, listen, success have patterns. It's a blueprint. So if you follow what successful people do, you're going to get successful results. If you follow what people do that don't have what you want, you're going to get everything that they have. So it's really as simple as you make a decision to say, am I either going to put in the work, or I'm just going to be okay doing, having, and being who I am? Because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to happen overnight. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but at the end of the day, listen, life is hard regardless. I'd rather work hard for something that I love and something that I own, compared to building something for somebody else and they can wake up one day and said, you know what, you're fired. I don't want to sleep like that. I know a lot of people that woke up and they had to deal with that, and they never been the same after that. So I didn't want to have that nightmare in my life. So you guys on the call, you can build this business up, and you can literally still do what you want to do. Like, I don't have to stop my life to do ACN. I just live life and do ACN. I talk to people. People hit me up every single day, want to do the business. Why? Because guess what? They see that I'm still grinding. They see that I'm still pushing. They see that I'm still active out here doing my entrepreneurship thing. See, people got to follow you as a person. And I'm going to end with this, right? Think about people like LeBron James, right? You notice when LeBron James went, after he left the Cavaliers, he went to Miami and he won a championship. Everyone became Miami Heat fan, right? Then he went back to the Lakers, right? Then everybody became a Lakers fan, right? And what that showed me that, listen, people don't follow a company. People follow people. So when people know that you're great, no matter what you do or where you at, guess what? They're going to come to find you. So you have the opportunity now to just go out there and be that great person. And people are going to come looking for you. You don't got to go out there, convince, beg, and no, you don't got to do all of that stuff. I haven't convinced anyone to do anything with me since 2014. That was the last time I convinced anybody. Because after my first year, if you ain't see it, you ain't see it. It ain't my job to convince you, because it's been working for a long time. It's up to you to make the decision if you wanted to work for you, but it's already working for me. And I'm no different. I built it from nothing. College student, no money, college campus. What? Just went out there and met a lot of people, talked to a lot of people. A lot of people know me. Why? Because I was out there going to meet the people. See, you have the opportunity now. The world is wide open. Why are you not out there going to meet people? Why are you not out here having brunch and just going and hanging where the money at? Listen, that's my biggest advice. Sometimes on a daily, you know what I do? I go book an appointment at a luxury apartment, and I don't care how much it costs. They can tell me it's $3,700 a month. That's cool. I want to still check it out. Listen, I don't care, because in my mind, I can do, have, and be anything that I want. There's no limit on the price. Why? Because guess what? If you want it and you work for it, the universe has a way of making sure that it happens. So what I do every single day, I go put myself in the environment that I want to be on. I want to be able one day to wake up and just go shop every day. So guess what I do? I go to the mall at least 4 days out of the week, sometimes 5. Why? Because guess what? I just want to be able to just do that. Not saying that I'm at the bar blowing money, but just the feeling of just getting up and going to the mall when the average person is on their lunch break. Why would you not want to live a different life when you only have one? So that's all I got for you guys today. You only got one life to live, and it's up to you if you're gonna live it to the fullest or you just gonna settle for what you got going on. But I promise you, I'm not gonna settle. And if you see me less, I'm doing more. And every time you see me, I'll be doing better than the day before. So, Mr. Thomas, the call is yours.